Hello one more time. Thank you everyone for joining to our webinar, What Local SEO is About in 2022. So I hope that everyone who wanted to join us has already done it, and we are good to go. So just before we start, let me double check whether you can hear me well, you can see me well. If you can make a note in our chat, that would be useful for me to see that I actually talking to someone. Yes, I can see that you can hear me and see me well. That's great. So yeah, before we start, let me briefly introduce myself. My name is Vlad Zaiko. I'm the head of the international sales development at RocketData. I've been working with local SEO for about 4 years, and I've been working at RocketData for about 2 years already. So can you just see my next slide just to make sure that we can move forward? Yep, that's me. Yep, we helped more than 50 clients to solve their local SEO issues with the help of our platform. So we have definitely something to be proud of. So, and yeah, just a brief introduction to RocketData. So RocketData is an online brand management platform. We help different clients to solve their problems in terms of reputation in popular location-based services, to increase the flow of customers to point of sales or service. So what local SEO is about in 2022? Earlier this year, we have already shared some local SEO trends and predictions for 2022. Today, let's take an overview of what has happened with local marketing by this time, and what trends companies should pay attention to effectively work with location-based services and strengthen their online presence on reputation in 2022. In the recent data reportal study, analysts reported that 63% of world's population uses the internet, 67% use smartphones, and 92% of all traffic comes from mobile devices. It's also important to note that user queries have changed over the past few years. Safari digital research shows a 500% increase in queries that include near me and nearby. This means that today, users are more likely to search locally to quickly find the right company or service. Moreover, 28% of local queries are converted into purchases. That is, users who make local queries are a well-warmed-up audience that has a need to find and visit a specific company. Therefore, it is important for online businesses to bring users who search locally to their points of sales and service. Large tech companies like Google and Apple understand the importance of developing their location-based services for businesses and actively invest in them. We can draw this conclusion based on how they have developed their services by today. So local SEO trends to keep in mind in 2022. By the way, if you have any questions, just feel free to put them down in our chat. I will definitely come back at the very end of my presentation just to make sure that I cover some of them, and you will definitely get the answers. So just a quick off top. So yeah, getting back to local SEO trends to keep in mind in 2022. Number one, pay attention to SERP for branded queries. SERP is a page with the results that a search engine generates in response to a user query. The page has organic search results, advertising, short responses to a query, hints if the user made a spelling mistake, links, and a map. Last year, Google has changed the look of local search results, and companies' listings began to take up even more space. Here, what local search results looked like in early 2021. And now there is a local pack with a map, and then goes companies' websites, articles, social media, and other relevant links. So let's take a look. You can see it on your screen. Local pack is a block with a map above the organic results, which is formed by Google in accordance with the user's query, taking into account their geolocation. Companies' listings in the local pack go above the site. For branded queries, SERP looks the same: a local pack with a map, then goes company's website, page in social media, and other links. As we can see, listings take a priority position in the local search results. This means that directories, review platforms, and social media are already fading into the background. What can we conclude from that? Businesses need to keep a sharp eye on information and reviews, not only in social media, catalogs, and review platforms, but also in location-based services. To catch the eye of your audience, create comprehensive and beautiful listings of your company in Google Business Profile, earlier Google My Business. Add up-to-date information, upload high-quality photos and video related to your business, create posts with news and offers, and surely answer customers' questions and reply to reviews. Mind the recent Google updates to get the most of your online presence. For example, now you can add new recycling attributes to make it easier for people to find recycling points nearby. Number 2, reviews are an even more important local SEO ranking factor. Reviews are often viewed as a tool for managing a company's online reputation. Well, that's true, but reviews are also among the top 3 factors that affect the ranking of your listing in search results, and its weight continue to grow. Recent research by Whitespark notes that reviews are the second most popular ranking factor, right after the completeness of your listings on Google Business Profile. Reviews show search engines whether a business is trustworthy, has credibility in the market, and how up-to-date the data about the company is. That is, search engines want to show users the most accurate and useful information. So what exactly affects rankings? We have to mention rating of listings. When a user writes a review, in addition to the text, they put a rate from 1 to 5. It forms your rating in location-based services. The higher the rating of your listing, the better the search engine understands that it needs to be shown to the user. According to a study by BrightLocal, 52% of users won't use the service of a company if its rating is below 4. In addition, search engines take into account the company's rating not only in the location-based services, but also in social media and reviews platforms. Tonality. Google tries to show users those listings that have a higher rating and more positive reviews. Reviews from real customers. Search engines are getting smarter every year, and they have already become better at distinguishing fake reviews from real ones. These are cases when a company's listings were blocked due to a large number of fake reviews. Obviously, this resulted in the recent Google update, the review counter. Google has added a special tag to users that shows how many reviews they have left for a particular category of business. It is good to follow the recommendations of local experts, but it's likely that this feature will also help identify fake reviews and speed up the appeal process, which can be quite useful to solve reputation issues. Relevance and number of new reviews. It is important for the search engine that the listings contain fresh reviews. The more recent and relevant the reviews, the better the search engine perceives the listings and show it to users more often. This fact is also important for a potential customer. BrightLocal research shows that 73% of users read reviews written during the last month. Therefore, it is important for companies to learn how to constantly generate new reviews in listings. So, working with reviews is crucial to strengthen your online reputation and improve your position in local search results. Number 3, local PR is a new digital trend. Now, unique content is also needed for listings in location-based services. We used to think that it is used for the company's website and social media, but local trends and new features in location-based services convince us that content is at the helm here too. Local SEO will continue to grow as a valuable source of traffic and online visibility for businesses. Therefore, in addition to filling out the basics, up-to-date information about working hours, parking availability, payment methods, and so on, you can use location-based services as a communication platform for PR activities as well. Local SEO experts have noticed that companies' listings are a great platform to build trust with your customers and tell them about what you have to offer, where to dine, which entertainment center to go to, where to find the best flowers in the city. So this is how it works. But how can you build PR communications in location-based services? Well, number one, manage your photos, add high-quality content, and remove low-quality one. Photos are important. According to Bright Local research, 60% of users say that listings with beautiful, high-quality photos grab their attention and influence their decision-making. In other words, the user will evaluate your store or cafe as a whole, including photos. Our practice shows that companies' listings may have obviously irrelevant photos. We at RocketData noticed that it's not always easy to work with photos in location-based services. So we made a tool that helps with this, photo management tool. Here in your RocketData personal account, you will see a dashboard with your photos from Google. You're able to navigate there and easily find and remove irrelevant or unattractive photos from your listings. Number two, create posts. Posts in location-based services are a great opportunity to tell your potential customers about your activities, special events, and offers in the company. For example, the launch of a new dish or new product. Number three, tell about your company in relevant media. Mentions in other sources are important for Google. This increases your ranking in the eyes of potential customers. Number four, generate customer reviews with the help of mailing and QR codes. The more positive and detailed reviews are, the better chances that people will see them as authoritative recommendations. Now you can see updates by visitors in Google listings. The feature looks like a post that a company can create in their listings. The difference is that updates by visitors is a review text about a company with a photo from your customer. Google doesn't disclose how it selects reviews to display in the updates by visitors section. We noticed that often these are reviews with photos. This means that companies need to pay even more attention to customer review management. Number five, and again, keep sharp eye on your work with reviews. This can play a grand role in your company's promotion in Google search and maps. Now, when users search for a specific place, Google offers to additionally view the list with the recommended places to visit. These are the places with complete listings and high rating. Moving forward, number four, Apple Maps develop its features. Today, Apple Maps has more than 200 million users worldwide. So the prospect of active development of this service is quite high. In 2021, Apple Maps has a big update. The company launched the Apple Places service, which is similar to Google Business Profile. Inside, you can find a location that has been added to Apple Maps, verify rights, and manage information. Now, there are specific ranking factors in Apple. There are no specific ranking factors in Apple Maps, but it's quite possible that they will appear very soon. Therefore, we recommend that you pay attention to Apple Maps right now. By the way, smart optimization on Apple Maps will help you to build relationships with Siri voice assistants. And here we go to the next point. Number five, voice search is getting more popular. Voice search statistics collected in 2021 by the Invoker platform show that more and more customers are using voice to perform search queries, search for local companies, online stores and products, as well as to make purchase decisions. Before going somewhere, users turn to Alexa or Siri. Basically, these queries are related to the fact that users are already ready to go and want to clarify for themselves where to have lunch, where to dine with friends, and where to buy flowers nearby. Local businesses should think about what exactly they can do to effectively work with this traffic source. Optimizing listings for voice search is a smart move to add to your local marketing strategy. According to recommendations, in addition to up-to-date information about phone numbers, addresses, and links to the site and social networks, we recommend optimizing your posts for voice queries. For example, indicate at the end of the post the phrase, "Now you know where to have a tasty breakfast in Riga," or "the best choice of non-fiction books," and so on. It is also good to track reviews and questions in the questions and answers section on Google and answer them using keywords. For example, on our menu, you can find tasty and affordable continental breakfasts. Right, a lot of information. So let me sum up. So what are our recommendations according to the trends we have just learned? Let me sum up. Number one, location-based services will add more and more new features, which means that it is important for offline businesses to include local marketing in their marketing plan. Work with reviews, as customer feedback is an element of building online reputation and an important ranking factor for local search results. Local listings are a great platform for the promotion of your brand, so use it for PR activity. Add high-quality photos and create unique posts on Google, manage and generate reviews. All these will attract customers' attention and make them get interested and visit your company. Apple is paying more attention to its mapping service, so optimize your listings there to keep the pace. And the last one, start optimizing companies' listings in location-based services for voice search. It has a great potential to develop. So that was the information from my side. And let me turn to the questions. I do see we have a couple of them. Do we? Not yet. So guys, feel free to ask a couple of them so I can answer if you have some. Okay, this is the first one. Is it possible to somehow hide a negative review from the very top in order users don't see it? Well, this is a very good question, a very tricky one. Thank you very much for that. A lot of companies, they want to do that. And in an ideal world, that would happen. But unfortunately, you can't hide a negative review. But the good news, you always can respond to it correctly. So actually, you should respond to all kinds of reviews, positive, negative, neutral, and even without text. So even if you receive negative feedback, the main thing is to treat it right. To think about how to solve the client's problem, politely respond and suggest the solution. And of course, use this feedback to grow and develop your businesses. So moreover, other customers will see that and they will definitely appreciate your effort to getting back to your clients and taking care of them. So for negative reviews on Google, you can get neutral and then they can turn into positive. So yeah, this is how you can work on that. Hope I have answered your question. What is the process of claiming my place on Apple Maps? What do I need for that? Well, it is quite easy, to be honest. All you need is to go to the Apple website, find your company through a search, and then claim your place. Next, Apple should send you a letter confirmation, and in about 5 days, you should get the answer. Well, obviously, you can get a rejection, but if everything goes right, it's going to take for about 5 days. And yeah, you can verify the information by calling the phone number that is provided on their website or sending an official document that shows your place's name and address. So that might help. Let's take a look at a couple of more. So Vlad, thanks. My question, but thank you for joining. What should I do to the listings besides contact info, opening hours, address in a website? Do photos really play such a role? Well, yes, definitely they do. We can agree that we are attracted to by Google listings and by good visuals. So besides, you really want to know what the place looks like from outside and inside. So to learn more about the atmosphere or maybe some positions on the menu or products and services available. So photos help with that a lot. And moreover, Google research states that business with photos receive 42% more requests for driving directions to their location from users on Google. So again, this is something that can dramatically increase the number of the people that are going to be ending up in your locations. So let's take a look at the last one here, I guess. Hi, Vlad, thanks. Is there a list of sites where a business needs to be presented? Well, again, a very good question here. It depends on the country and the region, obviously, but it is crucial to add information to the most popular sources like Google, Apple, Facebook, TripAdvisor, then come popular review sites in your region, for example, Yelp, or navigations like Navitel, taxi services. So we work with a great number of reviews of services, sorry. And for each region, there is a specialist. So again, we can help you to solve these issues. Right, I guess there are no more questions. Okay, if you still have something to clarify, don't hesitate to contact us. This webinar will be posted on our LinkedIn profile, so you will be able to ask your questions there in case you have such. But we will definitely make sure that we come back to you. And yeah, I would like to thank you very much for your attention. I know that there are people from different countries and with different time zones. So for those who joined us during lunchtime, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it and you collected some useful information. For those who are just having their breakfast, I hope your day started in a great way, the last day of the week. So I think we motivated you a little bit for working with local SEO more actively. And yeah, thank you very much. And also I would like to thank my beautiful marketing team for helping me to prepare to this webinar. Your guys amazing. So yeah, I will see you later. As they say, stay tuned. And it was a great pleasure, guys. Ciao. Bye-bye.